Yeah. So we see that, the apology is due from Mr. Wesley Hunt as we move on. And I hope he accept my apology. You know what I'm saying? Ways. Right on, here. But we see another one coming in here by the situation as we go in. And it's a very weird story as we see. But what we see in the situation is this young lady, supposed to have went to help a toddler, but ended up being saying that she was kidnapped. So we have to, find out what's going on with that one. But it says an Alabama woman who stopped to help a toddler on the highway was kidnapped and fought for her life, more than say. You know what I'm saying? As we see. You know what I mean? So we're waiting to hear more development of what really took place. We have a female boxer flashes the crowd after win, gets ripped by the promoters. That's their business. You know what I mean? You see that and more. You know what I mean? So we're looking at some of everything today as we float around, and we're going to see what the headlines are in today's news. You know what I'm saying? As we see. We see North Korea, Kim Yo Jong warns U.S. against foolish act that risks security. You know what I mean? According to what she said. This is coming in by I think the Reuters or whatever, I might say the word, 18 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. But we see where Seoul on July 17th, the North Korean Kim Yo Jong, said the leader Kim Jong Un said on Monday, you know what I mean? She said the sister of the leader Kim Jong Un said on Monday, that the U.S. should avoid any foolish act that could put its security at risk and reject offers of talks as a ploy, state news agency KCNA reported. Kim made her comment after White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, said the United States remains concerned that North Korea would carry out another intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, test after it last week fired an ICBM off its eastern coast. The U.S. should stop its foolish act of provoking the DPRK even by imperiling its security, Kim said in a statement carried by KCNA. The DPRK refers to the North official's name, the Democratic People's Republic, a demon Democratic People's Republic. Imagine that. A demon Democratic Republic of Korea. That speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? In the mixing of the groove. We see House Demon Democrats unveil legislation to censor George Santos. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he's continuing down the lane, but he seems very foolish in the game. You know what I'm saying? what we see here, where we have Putin, you know what I'm saying? Putin warns that Russia will drop its own cluster bombs if Ukraine uses the controversial U.S. provided, you know, U.S. provides the munitions, you know what I'm saying, for whatever garbage they're doing. But see how it's going back and forth in the situation of, you know what I'm saying, this bullshit, you know? It really do. It shows straight bullshit. You know what I mean? Each one of them will be dropping cluster bombs back and forth and playing this head game with this war-torn bullshit that Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, the illegitimate president, has even ramped up to his bullshit and garbage. He couldn't wait to do this type of shit to the United States and put the world at peril by sparking the match, you know what I'm saying, as his little revenge, because he's the most unpopular knucklehead idiot we ever seen. You know what I'm saying? In movies and one. You know what I mean? Well, we see here we have another situation where we have the death of poor women now linked to DA, DA said, you know what I'm saying, by Ivan Perez, I guess, 9 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. But more than a month after Portland police spoke out against online speculations about a possible serial killer in the Pacific Northwest, investigators are now saying the 4 recent mysterious deaths of women in the area are linked. You know what I'm saying? We see where we have, you know, Christine Smith, Charity Perry, Bridget Webb, and Ashley Real were all found dead this year between February and May in different locations throughout Oregon, investigators said. You know what I'm saying? And they all white women at that, you know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, some bullshit anyway, if anybody's being killed. You know what I'm saying? But we see they look like Multnomah County District Attorney Office announced Monday they are having they have collected information from various law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, in Oregon to determine the homicide. You know, people are out there wilding, if you ask me. But we see Putin warns Russia, you know what I'm saying, like I said, will drop his own cluster. We caught on this situation here, where caught us, you know what I'm saying, Joe Biden's White House shares Marjorie Taylor Greene's attack on boast of domestic accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about what they are sitting there bragging about? You know what I'm saying? You know, get the country straight and brag about that. Stop doing the garbage shit y'all do on planet Earth. Brag about that. You know what I'm saying? But the official Twitter account for the Biden Harris Kamala Harris White House on Monday shared a speech from Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene attacking President Joe Biden's domestic policies while at a pro-Trump conference over the weekend. Caught us. Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, acting President Joe Biden, chief ass, is working to make life easier for hard-working families, wrote the White House account while sharing the clip from Brian Taylor Cohn. Well, Taylor Cohn, a popular left-leaning commentator, you know, captioned Greene's speech and so on. You know what I'm saying? But we don't give a flying fuck about whatever speech you're making, and more reason one, you need to get the country right and stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's straight up what it is. You know what I'm saying? see Suffolk County Police seized for 4 suspects who made off with 3K in sunglasses from Riverhead store. You know what I'm saying? We see where South Korea is cashing in on NATO's standoff with Russia. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. They don't know that cash in. You know what I'm saying? We see police identify 2 missing children swept away in Pennsylvania flood that killed their mother, and it's a shame that this is happening in all these. Republican issue, anonymous warning to Ukraine, you know what I'm saying, as we see coming in. But we see where this one is coming in by, looks like that, Dara Hope or something like that. Sorry to mess up the name. On 7/17/2023 at 5:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we see Republican voter, attending a turnout, point action conference in Florida on Sunday have sent a anonymous, message, anonymous message about the U.S. support of Ukraine. The straw polls results were announced by Charlie Kirk, president of the Turnout Point USA, who said that, the 9.8% of the conference attendees were opposed to the U.S. involved in the war, in Ukraine. So am I. Those results may be, might be an indicator of potential GOP voters' views on the issues, and several Republican politicians were attending with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, giving the keynote address. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. have provided significant support for Ukraine since support for you. How is there supporting Ukraine when Ukraine is exacerbating the war in the first place, or they're the ones who's scratching Putin's back with this bullshit? Their own countrymen. You know what I'm saying? So this is a Biden plan probably to get back at Putin, just like he's trying to get at Trump. But meanwhile, he committed more crimes when he was, a senator, and even when he was a vice president. You know what I'm saying? A fake ass vice president, but with Barack, sweet bomb Obama. You know what I'm saying? And all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So we see the nonsense going on with him, but we see the U.S. have provided significant support for Ukraine since the Russian invasion, began in February last year, including military equipment and humanitarian aid. But that support has proven controversial amongst Republicans and the rest of the country as well, I'm sure. Nobody's in that bullshit with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You want some bullshit and let creep Joe Biden and his creepy ass family and son come up in our government and bring up that old fucking Luciferian third world World War III apocalypse Ku Klux Klan probably of the Grand Pooh Bah fucking holy ass garbage ass fucking plan. That's basically what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. That's all to me what they did. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it. What else did they really do? You know what I'm saying? Even when you look at other nations, now we're hearing a whole lot of talk coming from all directions. You know what I'm saying? Many of them, like I said, is demon democratical anyway. But South Korea is cashing in on NATO's standoff with Russia. You know what I'm saying? We see the South Korea defense experts will increase up to 87% from 2021 in the next 4 years as it solidifies its position as a major arms producer, according to the new report. The major arms producer, South Korea defense exports will hit around 23.4 billion, by 2027. So they're planning to run this for a very long time. compared to the 12.5 billion generated in 2021. Wow, according to the Korean Times, which cited the publications by the State Korea Institute for Industrial, Economic, and Trade think tank. South Korea defense industry will account for around 69,000 jobs by 2027, up from the 33,000, attributed to the industry in 2021, the report said. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow, so Seoul is quickly stepping up its arms exports, moving to become the biggest name in arms selling as the war in Ukraine fuels demand for military equipment. Imagine that. However, Seoul, Korea, has refused to directly supply lethal weapons to Ukraine, opting to send humanitarian assistance and other military supplies for Kyiv's war effort. You see how it's beginning to go? Pay attention, people. Pay attention. Pay close attention. You know what I'm saying? Because it's highly important that you do. And the agreement, in many ways, does not hold belt of water with anyone else. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hold belt as they think it do in the minds of people as we see this bullshit beginning to grow. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where, many things has come to light as to who's going to be the players in the field. Remember me saying that in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be the player in the field? You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. We see Putin sends Wagner to Belarus to prepare attack on Poland. Russia lawmakers, now they're attacking Poland as we see. So it's coming down the line. We see Joe Biden has been impeached. Impeachment articles have been filed. You know what I'm saying? According to someone of this group. You know what I'm saying? Hannah Hudnier, USA Today 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the USA Today, I guess commentator writes, they claim that Joe Biden has been impeached on June 21st. Instagram video shows Colorado Rep. Lauren Boebert, speaking on television. Report Lauren Boebert, Republican of, Colorado, introduced an article of impeachment against Joe Biden on House, reads the news on crime or whatever. But the text above and below the video said Biden is impeached finally for high crimes and misdemeanors. You know what I'm saying? You need to be, tried for more than that shit right there, whether it is or is not. In reality, he needs to be tried for crimes against humanity. Him, Joe Biden, creepy ass little son, the family, and Bush family, Reagan, Obama, crazy ass, and all the rest of them. We could go down the line. They need to be tried for crimes against humanity in all ways. Because on their reign, we saw the most destructive and killing and murdering of people that we've ever seen. In all ways. But we see Ocasio-Cortez, with Teamsters on, rips, with Teamsters and rips the UPS agreed on historic strike looms. You know what I'm saying? Okay, she out there trying to get out of the popularity back up and going. You know what I'm saying? As we see. You know always done won. You know what I'm saying? Always done won. You know? We see pre-Joe Biden administration announced student loans forgiveness for another 800K, borrowed 42K in New York. We see former Demon Democratic considering a 2024 bid female. You know what I'm saying? As we see, and always done one. All right. As we stepping up the game closer to election time, I hope everybody is ready for what's coming. You know what I'm saying? We see Russia TV, you know what I'm saying, hacks and put out millions. We read about, we talked about that. Grave threats, U.S., Japan, Korea, slams missile test by Korea. You know what I'm saying? Well, we know about that. We see PB Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, into the Operation Atlantic Resolve in Europe, inching in nations towards a potential war with Russia. Yes, he is. That's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And we're always the one, that's what the clown is doing. And that's what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because this fucking knucklehead, fucking leadhead looking idiot, you know what I'm saying, that y'all elected into office, not only is he pulling us into that bullshit, but he also jerked off the American people into a groove that they did not need. You know what I'm saying? Using Andy fires to kill a weasel, Billy the fucking Go Gates, like you said, who wants us to drink poop water and eat some kind of meat that he cloned out of something or the other, using a laser beam, you know what I'm saying? And all kinds of bullshit he trying to do to the American people. Why is it that these demons have more power over everything to say for us? Bill Go Gates is not a politician. You know what I'm saying? Why was he making any type of medicine or anything during the time of the pandemic to give to anyone at all? When he's a computer dude and he's not a doctor, nor is he a scientist, nor is he a doctor, nor is he a neurologist, pediatrician. He's nothing at all except a rich dude that come up with a plan because I guess something to do with owing somebody or something to do with the elites trying to call themselves being the top dog and rule the world and all this bullshit and ay. Also, we seen the same plans came up when it came to the Ukraine-Russia deal. You know what I'm saying? Then we see the same thing going on over here and going on there because we got knuckle fucking heads in our government in the chief and commander seat. You can look at Biden head, it looks deformed. But anyway, you can see anyway, in more ways than one, he's a sick son of a gun. Because you're pulling us into this one, then you're inching on the behind scene, saying that you support Ukraine. Yeah, you support them because you trumped up the war using Zelensky. That's why you was over there making deals and sending your son over there to do the dirty work and make sure that you wasn't involved so you could still keep your popularity home here for the 2024 election. While you try to work on discrediting Trump in other ways. But you ain't nothing but garbage to me. Because you ain't discrediting Trump to me in no way. You're making in more than one way, you look shitty just like you look gritty. You know what I mean? You look like gritty and shitty. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't showing me nothing except a whole band of corruption that started even going back to Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? And then when Hillary Clinton was supposed to be brought up on crimes, they're going to say some shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the DOJ or the FBI, one of them guys said that they can't investigate or prosecute Hillary Clinton because they don't want to mess with the presidential election going on at the time. And that's bullshit. So she was able to get away with a vast variety of crimes as running for office, you know what I'm saying, for the presidency, and you know what I'm saying, and talking about she's Secretary of State, all this bullshit. So, and she was able to get away with all these crimes. And how she didn't go to jail? Because they say they couldn't prosecute her or do anything because it would mess up the elections. So this is the same thing we saw with 2020 and when we saw Trump call stalemate on the cheating of the election, they didn't stop the election. You know You know what I'm saying? They didn't investigate Joe Biden and his son and go, and found out he had documents and all kinds of shit. Then they didn't do no investigation on Joe Biden and his son chopping up this war with Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? Doing an energy deal. You know what I'm saying? Energy my ass. He was over there cracking up the integrals with Zelensky crooked ass and them. You know what I'm saying? And whoever else was doing the operative move on Zelensky's side was meeting with them, and they were setting this whole thing up. Because this knucklehead evil beast that you have as a president in your government is going to fuck you up. And that's all he's about. He, you know what I'm saying, talking about the Confederate flag. Well, the Confederate flag is a Democratic flag. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Confederate flag, it's a Democratic flag. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And they sit up there talking this shit, and he trying to keep himself acting as if he's not down with none of this shit. Yes, he is. He's a demon Democrat. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be a demon Democrat, his parents and all of them were Ku Klux Klan members. Even Trump knows that. But Trump, you know what I'm saying, is doing something totally different to what his father did. He don't have to do what his father did or his sister or any of them with their racist ass. But he still have some there too, because we know kind, you know what I'm saying, and we ain't got time to discuss all that. Because right now what we need is a whole bunch of people stepping up to be running for office who ain't corrupt, who ain't running on the board, but it look like everybody got their hand in a shitty job. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who it may be, even people in your neighborhood that live right next to you. You know what I'm saying? Got their hands in a shitty job.